everyone. This is Metro Midday Live. We're continuing our conversation with Mississippi activist Duvalier Malone, who is also working on a brand new book. What do you want to tell us the name of the book? Welcome back. So you put a lot of your soul, a lot of your life's work into this book, to this mystery book.
Yes. So I'll tell you what, Eric, I started working on this book in 2012, right?
Wow.
So 2012, I had a Youth and Legends Ball in Mississippi where I felt like I had made some grounds in my career and I wanted to go back to my community and give back. So that particular time, I brought youth from all over the state of Mississippi into this one room with legends that they could imagine, from politicians to doctors, lawyers, for a night of inspiration to inspire them that no matter where they are in life right now, that they're not their situations and they can do whatever they put their minds to do. After that, I was approached with so much publicity after that, and I began my organization and started my work in the community. And so in 2012, I started to jot down my journey of how I started to care about the community and those issues of poverty, education, and economic development. So it's been a long journey. I'm excited. I'm getting almost to that finish point that I can share my story, and hopefully my story and my testimony can bless somebody else, and to maybe hopefully inspire them to step up and to be that change that they want to see in their community.
Yeah. Self-published, how do you plan to get it out?
So I am definitely looking to self-publish. I've had some opportunities. I've been looking for some publishers. Would definitely like for a publisher to pick my book up. I'm working on that, but if all else fails, it'll be a self-published book, yes.
Yeah, interesting stuff. And I actually remember that gala where you had just a lot of folks come out, and you got a lot of publicity over there. And of course, you've also been on the front lines of the Emmett Till case. What's the latest on that? Where are we today?
So I will tell you this, Eric. We are still, waiting to see what the Justice Department will say in regards. We haven't heard anything recently or lately, but definitely that's going to be a latest chapter of me talking about how I started to care about this issue. I'll tell you what, Eric. When it came out about Carolyn Bryant, I had been referencing Emmett Till in a lot of my speeches about the state flag. The reason why I felt so bad, I had an opportunity to interview Jerry Mitchell, and it was called A Journey to Justice. And at the end of the interview, I forgot to ask Jerry Mitchell, why not Emmett Till? And I lived with that for an entire year, Eric. And after that, January, Carolyn Bryant confession came out. And I waited around, and I said, well, let me see who's going to step up. Let me see if some political leaders are going to come to the forefront, who's going to step up to demand justice. And I thought about John Lewis, as I talk about in my book, throughout the entire book. I had to speak up. And that was so important to me. And that was one of the most difficult things that I had to do, because I had so much pressure of, why are you doing this? Why are you bringing this to the forefront? She said, and after that, it felt so good, Eric, that I was able to use my voice, and other people across the state of Mississippi and across the country was using their voices as well to make sure that this issue never died. And so that's why I decided to wear this shirt today.
Yeah.
Because Emmett's story is so dear to my heart now, and we're still demanding justice for Emmett. And one of the reasons why I say we want to see racial reconciliation in the state of Mississippi. Emmett died in a state that was flying that flag. Medgar Evers was assassinated in Mississippi with a state that was flying that flag. And if we really want to see racial reconciliation, and if we really want to see justice for Emmett, let's start by action. Bring down the flag and create that healing and new day that we so very need in Mississippi. And I'll be outlining and talking about all of that in my upcoming book. And one of the things too, Eric, that I will be talking about in my book is, you asked me this question on the last time we were here, why do we keep talking when we don't see change?
Right.
And a part of my book encouraged the readers to know that you can't ever stop. Had John Lewis, had Dr. Martin Luther King stopped, would we have ever seen a Barack Obama in all day and time? I asked that in my upcoming book. So I'm truly excited to be almost to that finish point, to see this baby come forth and to share with the world.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about your journey to going back and forth between here and DC. Working your national contacts in DC, and then also working your state contacts. Have you gotten, let's put it out there, have you gotten any hate? Have you gotten any threats for the work that you're trying to do?
Yes. I get it all the time. So one of the things that I do, I go through and I check my business emails a lot. And I get it all the time, Eric. Why are you bringing up Emmett Till? Why won't you let the flag issue go? This is our heritage, and nigger hates. I speak out on the HB 1523 bill with equal rights and justice, and I get it all the time. But Eric, one of the things that I always do is I drown out the noise because I understand that this is my divine destiny. I understand that this is what God has called me to do, and so the noise don't affect me. I know that this comes with the territory, and I also talk about that in my book, how sometimes when we step out in these territories, we have to be willing to accept what come along with that. Hate mail, threats, all of that come along with the territory of fighting for justice and equality in any particular area. And that's another thing that my book speaks to, that no matter whether you're a politician, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a teacher, I want to speak to those change makers to encourage them to keep doing what they're doing and to also to step up if they're not stepping up to the plate.
Duvalier Malone, powerful stuff, and we thank you for being a contributor on this show. Stay up, stay with us. We're going to wrap things up after the break.